Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, this is Craig, your certified peer recovery specialist here today. And welcome again to our Live at 5 MIT Mentorship. We are here once again bringing you some great information, some good content. And so today we're going to be talking about the top 3 reasons why mentorship is crucial to your success. All right, and so we're going to share this information. This information is brought to you by professionalleadershipinstitute.com. You can go on that website and get the same article. It's very informative. And so I have a picture before me. It's maybe I can just show it a little bit. Here's the article. Here's the picture. And so in the center of this picture, it says motivate mentoring. And they have several aspects of mentoring. One is motivational advice, giving advice, how to succeed, direction, coaching, lending support, helping people how to reach their goal, and some training skills. All right, so let's dive right into it. And without any further ado, the article says there is a saying that experience is the best teacher. This saying is often abused by people who do not understand the importance of mentorship. So it's a saying that goes, experience is the best teacher, right? But it says most people abuse that saying because they don't understand the importance of mentorship. There is no part of that saying that states that you must learn from your own experience. Who says you cannot learn from the experience of other people? Learning from other people's experiences could save you a lot. One of such is experiencing setbacks or failures or a constant biases. Right? It said it will also help you scale growth. It says you will be opting to get things right on your first attempt without having to take the trial and error route. All right, and so the article makes mention about you don't have to go through so many setbacks. You may have to, if you listen to a mentor, most likely you will get it right on the first go around without going through the trials and error route. There are various ways to learn from other people's experiences. People simply hear stories of how someone else succeeded or failed and learn from them. You can either avoid things that made them fail or embrace what made them succeed. You have an option, right? You can either avoid things that made them fail or embrace what made them succeed. However, there is a method that is proven to help you succeed. It is known as mentorship. Hello, everybody, wake up. It's known as mentorship, all right? And so it helps you to avoid things that people have failed, or it can help you embrace things that people have succeeded in. Unlike the self-taught method, mentorship involves a direct coaching and guidance method. All right? It says, so now we want to get right into it. It says, to understand how mentorship is crucial to success, you need to understand mentorship itself. All right? So let's start by looking at what mentorship entails. What is mentorship? Where's my phone? Okay. What is mentorship? Mentorship is a guidance-based relationship between 2 or more people. It involves a more experienced or advanced individual guiding a less experienced or junior individual. The purpose of mentorship is for sharing knowledge, experience, and connection over a period of time. The more experienced individual who is the mentor provides the necessary guidance to the junior individual who is the mentee. Mentorship may include educational or professional guidance. For the purpose of clarity, here are the components of mentorship. There are three components that this article wants us to look at. The first bullet, it says mentor, an experienced individual who is a specialist in an industry or sector. Ain't that something? The second bullet go on to say mentee, a less experienced individual seeking to take on the industry or sector. And the last one talks about guidance, connections, knowledge, or connection that a mentor provides the mentee in a mentorship program. All right. So we just went over what is a mentorship. The reason I chose this article because a lot of times we may hear a terminology, or we may not. We might hear a word, or we may not understand the definition or the in-depth meaning of what the word or the title entails. And so I don't want people to be afraid of that word mentorship. I don't want people to run away from it. I want people to embrace it. A lot of times we have this fear of allowing someone to give us proper guidance. A lot of times we, not so much of a fear, but a lot of times we may not know how to approach someone and ask them to be our mentor and let us be the mentee. A lot of times we may not know how to problem solve adequately, and that's what sometimes a good mentor can help a mentee who's willing to learn some new things without failing on their own. So what are some types of mentors? All right, and so it says, with knowledge of the meaning of mentor, let's get a better understanding of mentorship by looking at the different types of mentors. Knowing the types of mentors will also help guide mentees on how to use mentorship to their advantage and increase their chances of succeeding. Without much ado, here are the different types of mentors as well as the roles they play in mentorship programs. I think this is some good information. I enjoy sharing this because as I share it, I also learning some new things that I can help someone and along the way. And one of them is coach. I am a recovery coach, and so I have some experience, some lived experience, some shared experience. What it is to coach someone from the pitfalls and the benefits of what I've learned and experienced over the years, the failures and the success. So once again, we're talking about the top 3 reasons why mentorship is crucial to your success. Now we want to talk about head-on coach. A coach is arguably the oldest type of mentor. Parents are great examples of coaches. Good coaches encourages mentees, listen to them, and help them provide solutions to certain problems. Unlike your parents, however, your mentorship coach should be someone whose expertise covers your career, education, or the area in which you will require mentorship. All right? And so I think that is so important because a lot of times when we are goal-oriented and seeking careers, especially young people who come in out of high school, and most of the time they are directed to a guidance counselor who will guide them and assist them in their decision making towards higher education. And so a good mentor who has an educational background, or who are well versed in the field of education, are someone who can help young people or anyone who's seeking a new career whatever field that may be, as long as they have the experience to be able to guide someone. Let's talk about a connector or broker. When I first read that, I was, wow, a connector or broker, what that means. All right, and so as I read on, I began to relate the connector aspect into my life and how I got into the field of reentry. I got in the field of recovery by someone that gave me an opportunity to introduce me to some exposure. And so, make a long story short, one day I got a call from the director of Cumberland County Human Services, and her name is Melissa Niles, and she asked me, would I be interested in speaking to a South Jersey Reentry Coalition, and just to share my story, where I've been, where I'm at now, and what I'm looking to do in the future. And so that given day, when I was allowed or afforded the opportunity to share my story and get some exposure, I was connected to some other people who helped me start my journey. So I want to publicly thank Melissa Niles, who is also the director of Cumberland County Human Services, alcohol and drugs, and I believe mental health as well. So let's see what this article says about a connector. There is a saying that success happens when opportunity meets preparation. So I was ready that day. See, it says success happens when opportunity meets preparation. You see, so if I wasn't prepared when she called me and asked me to speak, then who knows? I never will be sitting before you sharing my story. This implies that opportunity is important for success. Even if you are prepared, you may likely not succeed if you do not get the right opportunity. In this regard, a connector or a broker is very important for your mentorship. Connectors or brokers are individuals who have large networks of people and derive joy for connecting people together. You have to be a people person. You must love people, and you must be willing and able to help people along the way. A broker, on the other end, are very important for mentees, as they can help link mentees with people who need their products, services, as well as help mentees scale their careers. One important thing to note is that brokers or connectors do not request payment to connect people. They genuinely, you hear that word? They genuinely desire to connect people together. This is probably why they have a large network. You know, you have to do things genuinely, authentic, not superficially, but be really compassionate and have love for people. All right, let's talk about another aspect of mentorship. And so one of the other ones is a clarifier. A clarifier. Oftentimes, mentee can get confused about certain issues. Let me read that again. It's a clarifier. Oftentimes, mentees get confused about certain issues. This can be due to their inexperience or inadequacy in knowledge or expertise. With the help of a clarifier, mentees can benefit greatly from a clarifier. All right? A clarifier uses the laissez-faire approach to mentorship. Mentees act independently and in their desired direction. They only need to consult a clarifier to help them fill in gaps whenever they are confused or lack direction. All right? And so a clarifier seems very similar to a coach. Unlike a coach, however, a clarifier hardly influence direction of mentees. They mostly provide tips like how to act in a meeting or during an interview. The next one I really like, and I know this is a MIT Men in Training. However, I believe men can be uh, male cheerleaders. All right. And so we can put down the macho and be male cheerleaders. Why not? Why not help someone, encourage someone along the way? There is a saying that goes, celebrate your little wins. I like that one. Celebrate your little wins. It ain't all about the big wins as we go and grow through life. Oftentimes we neglect the small things. And so that's why we should always give thanks for the small victories, and always, be willing to recognize that it's the small things that matters as well. It says, for let's show you how far you have come. Well, nothing makes the celebration even better than having someone join you in celebrating. This is why every mentee needs a cheerleader. A cheerleader is not exactly a professional per se. A cheerleader is often someone that is always there to celebrate your achievement with you. Not someone not someone who want to hate on you. I'm gonna use that word. You don't want someone to be around you that's gonna be a hater. You want somebody who's gonna celebrate with you. This may not seem much, but it is actually works. All right, and so it says a study shows that more than 50% of people are able to achieve more when people celebrate their achievement with them. It feels good oftentimes when you accomplish something and you do something and that's people acknowledge you, people reward you, and people encourage you, and people just say, what a great job you're doing. Keep up the good work. I knew you can do it. Because a lot of time our target population where our target population may have grew up in environments whereas the only thing they heard was that you're worthless, you cannot achieve, you'll never amount up to anything, you shouldn't go to college, you should go to trade school. Little things like that subconsciously has a very adverse effect on people. And so we want to change that dynamic. We want to take off those lenses and put on some new lens and say, you are somebody, you can achieve, you are excellent, you are beautiful. Things like that, because, we want to celebrate the small victories. All right. The next one we're going to talk about is challenger. Challenger. Why is it good to achieve? Let's see why. It is more important to not become too comfortable after an achievement. There have been multiple cases of individuals who become too laid back after achieving some level of success. All right, I have arrived. There's no need for me to go any further. And so I read this article before. It was a statement, more or less, and it says that whenever a person thinks that they have reached a zenith or apex in life, that's when they begin to descend or begin to decelerate. All right. And so you always want to keep moving forward, striving to new heights and to new levels, to be, you don't want to get too comfortable, as the article said. Despite not being able to achieve their long-term goals, some individuals may become too comfortable with their situation and no longer strive to achieve more. This is where a challenger comes in. A challenger literally jolts a mentee to do more. This involves working with the long-term and short-term goals laid out with the help of a mentee. With these goals in hand, the challenges encourage the mentee to keep pushing to accomplish the set goals. Woo, woo, woo. That's awesome. That's awesome. Don't give up. Don't give in. You can do more. Put your mind to it. You can do it. You can do great things. All right. I once read somewhere where it says, I can do all things through my Lord and Savior who strengthens me. Okay? And so that is a good way to look at life. Next one we want to talk about is, what did I just do there? Oh, I moved it. Oh, Lord. And that is developer. All right? That one there we want to talk about is the developer. A developer is quite similar to the challenger. However, the major difference is that the developer challenges the mentee to improve himself or herself. While the challenger works towards achieving goals, the developer leans towards becoming a better person and a better professional. They can provide the mentee with books on personal development, on how to develop the right values. Some good stuff here. Developers are often human resources or human capital development experts. They understand how to groom people to become leaders by empowering them with the necessary skill to enable mentees to solve their problems independently. And see, most people don't understand about a certified peer recovery specialist is that we are someone who here to help you, empower you with capital. And when you say capital, we're not talking about monetary. We're talking about helping you maintain capital by being an asset, not only to you, but also to your family, your community. And so that's what it means when it talks about developing capital. We want to help you navigate through some of the pitfalls and help you become more empowered and be more engaging with life productively. Okay? And so the next one we want to talk about, and that is protector. Okay? And that is going to be the last one we're going to talk about, and that is the protector aspect. You see, while it is important to have a mentor that will help you as a mentee inculcate healthy professional habits, it should not stop there. Mentees also need protection or protectors. Protectors are mentors who guide mentees against making mistakes that will be detrimental to the growth of their careers. A protector also acts as a safety net to ensure that mentees do not have to learn from costly experiences. Protectors are often industry experts that understand the regulation of a sector. And so it works in two prongs. It works in a career and it works in relationships. Also, you can look at it from a social. So basically, it's a social aspect of a mentor-mentee relationship, because now you're working, coming together as one, navigating together through some of the things that whether deal with careers or whether it be from a relationship, or personal relationship with your loved ones or your family members and things of that such. And so we want to be that safety net to help you not to make mistakes. We want to make sure that you get the best results every time, every single effort, every single try. We want the best for you. And so that's why I chose this article on mentorship tonight because I want to give people a better understanding why it's important to have a mentor. And see, the person watching this, please share, like, subscribe, let people know about the importance. And I believe this is an old art form of educating or teaching that has been, I don't want to say lost, but I think we need to incorporate it more. We need to expound upon it more. We need to get the message out that people do need stronger relationships together to help one another through crisis, through situations, intervention, things of that nature. People need to know when it comes to education. All right, somebody who's thinking about not succeeding from uh, high school to higher education, and they may say, "Well, I did 12 years of school. I'm done with school," and I want to be the one who say, "Well, I think you could do a little more because the challenge is going to be as we as the economy, as the world evolves into a robotic technological era, there's going to be required more than just 12 years of schooling. And so I want to encourage any young person out there who think just 12 years is a long time. I know I used to think like that, but we're going to need a little bit more. So I want to be that person who be a cheerleader. I want to be that person who want to clarify some things. I want to be that person to help you develop a different aspect, a different approach of how to succeed. And so once again, that's it for me. My name is Craig, and please be safe these coming holidays. We know it's coming up on Christmas, and so therefore, be the best that you can for you and your loved ones, and always stay prayed up. And I'll see you prayerfully next week. Stay blessed.